What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. This video is actually not really for the whole world to see for the most part. This video is being made for my family and my friends. So, you know, some guys have been calling me and saying, hey, what's going on? You know, how you doing? What have you been up to? So instead of, you know, having a long conversation about what we're doing and what we've done, I'm just going to make a video, and then all my family and friends can just watch this video. All right, so, and then, of course, some of my subscribers out there can learn some things or two of what I've been doing as well. So, as you could see, we have been prepping. You know, the coronavirus basically came onto the scene back in January, at least for me anyways. I know it was discovered in 2019, hence the name COVID-19. That's 2019 was when it was discovered. In December, I think it was, the official first case. But we didn't really hear it in the mainstream until January when I was at SHOT Show. Right then and there, when they said there was an outbreak in China, similar to SARS, I already knew that was a red flag. Boom, my red flag went up, and I was like, okay. There's a lot of Asians and a lot of Chinese in Las Vegas at that time during the Lunar New Year, and every hotel in Vegas, if you don't know, caters to the Chinese out there, and everything was, you know, decked out in red and gold coins and statues of animals. So they were trying to lure a lot of Chinese gamblers into every one of the lobbies and casinos down there in Las Vegas while I was down there at SHOT Show. And then, of course, a lot of us guys who go to SHOT Show every year, we were already, you know, weary of getting the crud. So just on a normal day, we were, you know, fearful of getting sick, getting the regular flu or some kind of germ of some type. So I was already walking around with my hand sanitizer without even knowing a thing about coronavirus, you know, shaking hands, touching guns, and then washing my hands or putting sanitizer on my hands, literally every booth that I was at. So that helped for not getting sick. And then when the news about the coronavirus hit, I even made a video of it when I was at SHOT Show, saying something about coronavirus, and some dude was coughing in front of me on the escalator. Oh yeah, that's right. That's the big news. While I'm at SHOT Show, I found out about the coronavirus coming out of Asia, coming out of China. Yeah, everybody's a little scared to get sick. And I get the infamous coronavirus. I want to wear a mask. Yeah, I was like, okay, this sucks. So I left Vegas to come home up back to Reno, and I was the only person at the Las Vegas airport that bought an N95 mask that was on the shelf. They had some, and I bought it for $5 for one mask, which I thought was ridiculous at the time. But I bought it, and I was the only one wearing a mask. I even took a picture and put it on Instagram, and people were looking at me like I was crazy. And they were moving away from me because I'm Asian. I got Asian eyeballs. I got slanted eyes. So people were like, it was like parting the Red Sea. It was great. People were staying away from me at the airport. It was awesome. I rode on the plane with the mask on all the way back to Reno. And then as soon as I got back to Reno, this was towards the end of January now, I told my wife, I was like, hey, something weird's going on in China, and we get everything from China. So it's a matter of time before it comes here. Maybe we should stock up on things that we normally buy anyways. And my wife, you know, she's a good wife. She's like, yep, that makes sense. Let's go out and buy more of what we already eat. So we bought more rice. We got 2 bags of rice, and we still have some more in a pantry inside the house. This is just in the garage. We bought some beans. So if we want to make some burritos or whatever. And I bought a big bag of flour if we want to make some tortillas or pizza or whatever. And we bought a bunch of Spam. You probably can't see it, but there's more Spam in the back. So all the way to the top, all the way deep, we have Spam for months. If we ration it out, make some Spam and rice, musubi, whatever. You can make all kinds of cool stuff with Spam. And of course, I already had the MREs because I'm a pseudo prepper. I'm already kind of a paranoid guy, so I had MREs already on hand from a couple years ago. Those are good. I think the shelf life on those are good for like 20 years. And then I also bought this freeze-dried food. Bought this a couple years ago as well. I think I bought this back in 2012. So this has been a trusty companion with me for several years as well. It's always good to have this stuff on hand. Yeah, coronavirus today, what is it going to be tomorrow? You know, I remember when it was Y2K and H1N1 and SARS and MERS and Ebola. There's always something, guys. So it's always good to have some MREs, some freeze-dried food, and rice, and whatever, canned goods. I have a whole pantry of canned goods in the house. I've got a water container up there if I need to go pick up some water from there's a little pond behind our house that has some tilapia in there, and who knows, maybe some trout too if we're lucky. It's a football-sized pond behind our house. If the guys at the water treatment plant get sick and they can't run the water system, we have water here in my neighborhood. We also got this this jerry can. It has a filter inside there, and they use these filters, these jerry cans, in Africa because they got bugs in Africa. So awesome thing to have. I've had that for a couple years as well, just sitting around just in case. I can bring this with us everywhere, anywhere we go if we bug out. Not that I want to bug out, but if we had to bug out, and there's a lot of places with water around here, put the water inside this jug, and then I can purify thousands of gallons with that one container right there. So my family has water. Not worried about it. This box is full of my old Frolaw gear from back in the days, back in 2009. I still have it. So I have a full face gas mask with canisters, boots, Tyvek suit, all that stuff. It's all in there if I need it. Sadly, I only have one set for me, but hey, at least I have something, right? Ramen noodle or saimin. Got a bunch of that, and we have more inside the pantry in the house. This is out in the garage. Some Gatorade for electrolytes. Like you're vomiting out of your butthole. You gotta hydrate, man. And then 20 cases of water. Again, I bought this stuff back in February 1st, guys. Everybody was looking at me like I was crazy. I mean, I already had 8 cases in the house. That's how I roll. I always have 8 cases of water anyways, because I just like to have it. So it's better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it, right? So then I just went out and bought a bunch more cases to make it a full 20. And that's not a long-term solution. That's obviously a short-term solution. But hey, I got it. You know, we don't have to fight at the Costco or Sam's Club and wait in long lines and expose ourselves to whatever bugs are out there. We have it, so we don't have to worry. So I highly suggest that you do the same next time, because it's too late now. You're going to be out there trying to fight for stuff now. It's too late. There's my jump starter. I bought that a couple years ago for Overland Expo. It's got USB ports and a jumper cable and LED light. I always keep that in the vehicle. It's sitting in the garage right now because I need to charge it up. And then this is a 7 cubic foot chest freezer. And we bought this before the president officially said that we were in a national emergency. So a bunch of hot dogs, Portuguese sausage, like tons of Portuguese sausage. There's probably at least over a dozen of them in there. Hamburger, hot dogs. Hot dogs are cheap, man. They were only like 99 cents a pack. We have more hamburger we just bought today. But yeah, we got hamburger, chicken, pork, fish, tortillas, just all kinds of stuff. Oh, there's some lasagna there because I like lasagna. And we still got room to fill this thing up. And we still have another half of the chest to go to fill it up if we really want to. But yeah, I mean, it's always good to have a fridge or a freezer in your garage. This was only 169 bucks at Sam's Club. So probably not available now, but at the time I bought it, nobody wanted them. So yeah, it's good to think ahead, right? We also got a bunch of toilet tissues or bath tissues or toilet paper. Again, I bought this long before it was even a meme. we already had one, and I just picked up another one. So we got toilet paper. And by the way, guys, if you run out of toilet paper, just wash your butt the way Jesus did. People have been wiping their butts with fresh water for thousands of years. You don't need toilet paper. It's a convenience, but you don't need it, guys. When you're dealing with germs and viruses, you got to keep stuff clean. My wife got this Instapot for Christmas from Auntie Kathy. And if you don't know about this, you can make all kinds of good stuff with an Instapot. This is the big boy too. Stews and soups. Adobo. Of course, since we're Filipino, we don't just have one rice cooker. We got two. And of course, you know, my wife had to have Aloha shoyu. Bunch of oil for cooking. Filipinos got to have vinegar. We got 2 vinegars. What you know about Crisco? I double checked my camping gear, and this is just a no frills camp stove that a lot of people have. It usually runs off those little green propane bottles, the small ones that you plug in right here. Well, those don't last too long. So what I did was I went to I think it was Home Depot, either Home Depot or Lowe's, and bought this adapter hose. And what it is a hose that just plugs in here where you normally put the green bottle, and then it has the appropriate attachment point for this 20-pound propane tank. So now I can use my camp stove like a regular kitchen stove. I mean, this thing could probably be used morning, noon, and night, 3 meals a day for probably a month, if not longer, depending on how we use it. And it's still portable. I can throw it in the back of the truck. The tank can fit in here, the stove can fit in here, and then I just carry that tote to move it around. If we had to go camp out somewhere, aka bug out up at the lake or something, we're set for easily a month or so as far as cooking goes. And if I wanted to conserve the propane and not even use it at all, or if it just runs out, bam! We got this old fire pit that was actually left here when we bought the house. I was going to throw it away because it's damaged. It doesn't have any more tiles around the edges, but it's still pretty solid in the base. It's all metal, and it has a grate in there, so I could use this as a ghetto camp stove. I could either use wood to cook with the skillets, or just go ahead and use charcoal the old-fashioned way with some lighter fluid there. I collected these cast iron skillets over the years. This is a big skillet for cooking potatoes when we're camping, and then of course a Dutch oven. If you don't know about this thing, there's all kinds of things you can do with a Dutch oven. So you can make stews, you could bake with it if you wanted to. So yeah, I mean, just like Grandpa used to do back in the old days, you know, he'd slaughter a goat and him and his friends would go in the backyard and cook on barbecues. Not much different than this. So yeah, that's our camping / emergency way to cook food in case, I don't know, the gas system gets compromised somehow. Highly unlikely. Again, gas system's not going to go down, but you never know. I mean, Murphy's Law, right? Nowadays anything can happen. It's nice to be prepared. Now, as far as lighting goes, when it gets dark, we do have some candles, but I honestly have a ton of flashlights. And yeah, these are all lithium rechargeable, lithium-ion rechargeable battery flashlights. So I think I got lighting covered for a very long time. I have chargers for all these as well. I even have a solar panel and a battery bank to charge these as well. So yeah, we're covered on the lighting. That's a lot of flashlights. At the old house in Vegas, I had a steel security door out front. This house didn't come with one, but it did come with obviously a pretty heavy duty front door in general, probably fire rated, I'm sure. And I just bought this $20 brace to keep knuckleheads from just kicking in our front door. Could they still kick it in? Yeah, sure, you still could, but this will buy you some time to clear the crud out of your eyes at 2 o'clock in the morning and get to your guns. And speaking of guns, let's go see which guns I got for home defense anyways. So for personal defense, this is my wife's gun. It's a Canik TP9 SFX long slide. basically a competition ready gun. And this is her home defense gun to protect the babies if I'm not here for whatever reason, or she needs to back me up. And the reason why we actually chose this, or she actually likes this, is because of this right here. See that charging handle? Some of you guys know she severed her left thumb completely. The ligament was completely severed and had to be repaired. So she's kind of handicapped on her left hand, so she needs that assistance with that charging handle. So that's really the biggest reason why she uses this gun. Plus she likes the red dot. There's like a red dot on there. And then with this setup here, it's got the Taylor Freelance magazine extension, so that magazine holds 22 rounds. And then I just have this old school battle belt. There's nothing high speed, low drag about this. I know there's $600 rigs out there, those really expensive rigs. I don't have that. This is a $15 battle belt with a $2 old school police belt. And yeah, I just rigged it up over the years. Nothing high speed. I just built this Polymer 80 9mm. It's basically a Glock 17 with a hollow sun on there, titanium red dot, in a Kydex holster, spare mags. Obviously everything is full because right about now is a dumb time to have empty magazines. My Olight Warrior, and then 30-round magazine for the AR pistol, so got a little extra rounds there. And of course in the back I have two tourniquets, some quick clot, chest seals, and some other medical stuff in there. Yeah, this is my AR-15 pistol. It's an AR precision pistol I built actually quite a few years ago now. Ambidextrous controls, got the SB tactical brace, Trijicon MRO on there that it can stay on for like, I don't know, 4 or 5 years, something like that. But love this thing. It's a little 7.5-inch barrel, 5.56 pistol, Indian Creek design, blast shield in the front, Olight weapon light on top. And yeah, this is great because it's nice and compact, lightweight. I can shoot it one-handed if I had to. I can carry my 3-year-old if I had to and still shoot this thing relatively good. Put effective rounds downrange even with my 3-year-old in my left hand. So that's nice. Have your mags loaded. And then of course I have a backup platform. I love my AKs. Yes, I'm an AR guy, but I'm also an AK guy. I love my AKs. So Romanian SAR1, old school. And then I have the Walser 10 UF or underfolder. And all the AK mags are full. Got an AK drum as well. All full. I believe every house should have a shotgun. So that's a 12 gauge. That's a Mossberg. I think that's the Partner. 20-inch with the extended tube. But yeah, those are the guns for personal defense. And I also have some extra ammo in the garage to back these things up. So we're good to go when it comes to marauders and home invaders and looters. And if you think I'm over the top on this, remember what I do for a living, guys. It's no joke. I've already ran into at least one guy here in Reno that told me right to my face, I don't need to prep. I'll kill you and take all your food and all your guns. That's what he said. Of course, he was joking, but as you know, with every joke, there's a little bit of truth in there. So don't think for a second there's not fringe people out there on a good day that already live on the fringe. You turn off all services like police, they're not coming. There's no cell phones for whatever reason. There's no emergency services. And those people who already live on the fringe on a good day are going to turn into full-fledged wild animals when there's no police coming to save you. So you need to save yourself. This is not over the top. 30 days ago, Italy barely had a couple people dead. Fast forward 30 days, they have over 3,000 dead in 30 days. So things can change just like that. And I'm not trying to scare anyone. I'm just saying, you know, you got to be realistic. I have babies to think of. I have a wife and kids to think of. And I will do everything I have to do to defend them. If someone comes kicking my door at 2 in the morning to try to take my food and guns. Just like the guy said, I'll take your food and guns. I'll just kill you and take your food and guns. I don't need to prep. Really? Well, I hope not, guy. I hope not. Because I trained my wife to shoot. I trained my son to shoot. And it's not going to be easy. We ain't going to just lay down here and let you take what we got. I think I got a little bit of ammo to last me for a while. I just picked up that case of 5.56 XM193. So yeah, I got a little bit of ammo too, so it's always good to have this stuff. Sometimes it's better than gold because you can't shoot gold. Also on the protection side, we got soft armor for my wife over there, and then I have rifle plates for me. These are AR-500 steel plates with the spall, like spall, anti-spall coating, and the trauma plates. These are like trauma plates underneath. And I actually bought these on sale on New Year's 2020, or I guess it would be 2019 going into 2020. I bought these on sale from AR-500, really dirt cheap. It was like, I think it was like $150 for the whole set. So front and back, shooter cut, and then it came with the carrier as well. It's pretty nice. So I got to put some pouches on there, some tourniquets and whatnot. But yeah, got armor for the family. And lastly, as a lot of you guys know, I sold the old two-wheel drive Hyundai that I bought for $6,000 a few years ago, which was my commuter car in Vegas. Moved up here to the Reno area and upgraded to a Toyota Tundra 4x4 TRD, and absolutely love it. And if you're wondering why I went with the double cab versus the Crew Max, it's because the double cab has a 6.5 foot bed. That's what I wanted, 6.5 foot. Check it out, TRD 4x4 off-road edition. So yeah, love this thing. Doesn't get the greatest miles per gallon. I think it's like 15 miles per gallon, but man, talk about confidence. I just drove through a storm the other day that dumped 10 feet of snow up in Tahoe. I had to drive through that storm on the highways, complete whiteout almost, and I felt so comfortable in this thing. All right, so to my friends and families, I love you guys, and I hope you guys are doing well. You don't have to worry about us out here in Reno. We're doing good. I've taken care of pretty much everything I need to take care of. We are doing just fine, so don't worry about us. I'm more worried about you guys. Hopefully you guys are prepared to wait this thing out for a couple weeks. It'll blow over. We're going to get past all this, and we'll be fine. Just got to stay clean, avoid people, wash your hands, wear your mask, social distancing, and let this virus run its course. I know the media is making it sound like worse than it is and trying to hype it up every second. They're trying to make it sound like, oh, it's the apocalypse. It's not. We're going to survive this. It's just we live in an age of instant media, so there's people out there that want eyeballs on their TV channel. Is really what it is. And to all my viewers out there who just came along for entertainment purposes, I love you guys too. I hope you guys are doing well. I hope your families are doing well. I hope you're prepped to wait this out. Again, like I said, don't worry. It probably looks worse than it is. It's just that we've never gone through anything like this before, so it's shocking to our system. But we'll be fine. All right, guys, hit that like button to support my channel. Appreciate it. Helps me out a lot. Ring that bell because you never know what I'm going to upload. Leave a comment below. Let me know what you guys think about my preps, what I got right, what you liked, what I could work on. Of course, everybody needs something to work on. No one's perfect when they're prepping. And, well, unless you're a millionaire and you got money up the yin-yang, but I know I'd like to have a solar system, some kind of solar power bank. My cousin in California, he has a power bank on his house, which I'm so jealous. If the grid goes down, his house actually has a battery in his garage, I think, and solar power to charge it. So he's good to go. I'm actually really jealous. I'd also like to have a well. That'd be awesome. I don't have a well. And a windmill would be cool too. I don't have a windmill. So anyway, there's all kinds of things. I wouldn't mind having a helicopter or a jet or tank for that matter. Yeah, there's a lot of things that I could do different, but this is what I'm doing. This is what I got on the budget that I have. And yeah, I'm pretty comfortable. All right, guys, I hope you guys are doing well too. Everybody take care. And yeah, we'll get through this. Have a good one, guys.